If you have been wanting to make a career change into tech, probably you don't like coding and you don't also know the career path to take, you are not alone. I get this question asked almost all the time. And so in this video, I want to talk about some of the career paths in tech that you can take that requires little to no coding that will help you break into tech. Tech or technology, as you might refer to it, is a very broad field. And there are lots of career paths within the industry that requires little to no code. So like I said, I'm going to give you some of them in this video. And if you stick with me to the end of this video, I believe you're going to find maybe one or two that you might be okay with. So let's start from skill number 1, community manager. Many companies are actually looking for community managers and the demand is increasing on a yearly basis. As more and more companies are building products, they need someone that will help them to manage their social media and interact with their users. As a community manager, your job basically is to create engaging content to engage with the company's product users. Okay, so your work is to create engaging content in form of text, images, or videos across all the company's social media platforms. Okay, so and you take the feedbacks from the users, whatever the users are complaining on the social media accounts, you take the feedback back to the engineering team or to the management. Okay, so basically your job is just to create content to engage with the company's product users. Okay, and this job requires no programming skills at all. And anyone who does not like programming can actually pick up this skill. Skill number 2, dev reel or developers relations. Okay, so this is like a new skill in the tech industry. Okay, it's more like the community manager, but this skill is mainly focused on the developers. Dev reels tend to build relationship with developers for companies whose primary customers are developers. Okay, they try to communicate with developers and find their pain point and take the feedback back to the engineering team. As a dev reel, you stand as an intermediary between the company's product and the developers using it. Okay, so basically your essential work is to communicate between the developers and the engineering team. Whatever is the developer's pain point, they tell you and you take the feedback back to the engineering team. So those features can either be implemented if it's a bug, so the bug can be handled. Okay, so you might need little programming skill to be able to work in this industry as a developer relation. Skill number 3, developer advocate. You see, the role of a developer advocate is basically to make developers succeed in using the company's products. As more and more companies are building APIs and services that is aimed only at developers, this skill has become more in demand and it has become popular over the last few years. The job of a developer advocate involves traveling around the world, giving speech and helping developers to succeed with the companies too. They help in writing they help in writing documentations, how to guide on how to use a particular tool. Okay, they can even go as far as trying to communicate with the user and help the developers to be able to integrate the company's tool in their own applications. To succeed as a developer advocate, you will need some coding experience because the job involves creating some sample codes, demo apps, and also writing how to guide for developers to enable them use the tools successfully. Skill number 4, technical writing. You see, over the past few years, technical writing has become a very in-demand skill because as more and more companies are building projects, they need someone that will be able to write about their products online. As a technical writer, you would work with the company's content strategy to develop content for highly technical audience. Okay, so you need to understand how to write, how to guide, okay, and you would also need to understand the company's product before writing some kind of guides online for it. Okay, so to be able to succeed in this industry, you need to understand how to write in English and you need to understand how to communicate in English. Okay, so you need no coding skill at all to be able to succeed in this industry. But you need to understand how to use doc as code, as documentation as code. There are lots of documentation as code tools. Okay, if you actually want to venture into this industry, then you need to discover some of the most popular doc as code tools that you will use to make your life easy. Okay, and your work will also involve writing documentation alongside with like the developer advocates. Okay, to be able to write content tailored for developers. So you, like I said, you need to understand how to write content for highly technical audience if you actually want to succeed as a technical writer. Skill number 5. Project manager. Like, this is a very interesting skill, and I don't know, for many persons this skill will be your go-to skill. Okay, so this skill basically involves the process of managing. It involves the process of planning, initiating, and managing a specific project until the project is delivered. Aside from planning, it will also involve in liaising with the project team and the management team to be able to achieve the company's goal. As a project manager, you will also try to gather all the necessary information okay, to be able to define each specific project goals, the objective, the scope, and also define roles and responsibilities so everyone that is involved until the project or until the product is delivered. You would basically stand as the leader of the project from the planning stage until the project is delivered. Okay, so if you enjoy this kind of role, like if you enjoy playing the leading role in a particular project, then this might be your go-to skill to learn. Skill number 6, UI UX designer. That's user experience and user interface designer. You see, this is a very in-demand skill currently because basically almost all applications now need a UI UX designer before the developers can actually proceed to bringing the graphics to life. As a UI UX designer, your responsibility will be to deliver an outstanding and an exceptional user experience and user interface design. You will produce the application graphic design before the developers will produce the working code, the working application. Okay, so as a UI UX designer, you would basically be involved in making research and collecting data of how users feel about the application. Okay, so you will do all this and design the graphics out and then move the graphics to the developers. They will be the ones that will produce the working code according to how you have designed it. Okay, so you don't need a programming experience to become a UI UX designer. And if you already know graphics or you enjoy designing graphics, then this might be a good career path for you. Skill number 7, digital marketer. Okay, like this is no longer a new skill. It has been a very popular skill before now. So if you enjoy sales and if you enjoy selling things, okay, this will be a good skill for you. Okay, but okay, as a digital marketer, you will basically be involved in creating like SEO focused content for the company to be able to sell the company's product. Okay, so you will also create an online campaign, like paid campaigns as online advertisement for the company. Okay, as digital marketing is a very broad skill. If you cannot cover all the topics in digital marketing, you can choose to go niche. There are some specific niche in digital marketing like SEO optimization and search engine marketing. These are niche focus. You can also become a pay per click specialist, okay, where you create adverts on Google Ads, okay, or you might also become a social media paid campaign advertiser where you create ads on things like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So these are some specific skills in the digital marketing industry. If you enjoy selling, if you enjoy promoting stuff, then this will be a good skill for you to consider. Skill number 8, tech lawyer. There is need for more intellectual contributions to move the tech companies forward. Okay, so if you are a lawyer and you don't want to like leave your profession as a lawyer, you can basically switch from becoming any kind of lawyer to becoming a tech lawyer. That's a lawyer for a tech company. So your responsibility will be to create some of the legal documents and protect the company's intellectual property. Okay, so this skill is very important and it is very necessary because many tech companies need a lawyer to be able to move forward. Okay, so as a tech lawyer, your responsibility for them will be to guide them, help them maybe create some of the tax documents and protect them from some kind of legal information that they might not be aware of. So to begin your career as a tech lawyer, I will advise you look for startups within your neighborhood, okay, companies that are just starting out, and help them to process all these documents. So from there, you can basically build your portfolio as a tech lawyer. Okay, so basically this skill does not require any programming skill. At least you just have to know your job as a lawyer and understand the company's goal and vision and then work with them. And basically that's all I have for you for this video. Okay, so if you have been looking to break into tech, I think I have listed some of the 8 skills that requires little to no programming skill at all to break into tech. You see, most of the skills I have listed there are not common. Like people don't really talk much about them, like tech lawyer, community manager, dev reel. These are new skills in the tech industry. Okay, there are other skills that I didn't even mention, like things like open source project manager. Why I did not mention such skill is because the demand is not that high for now. But basically, to become an open source project manager, you need to understand Git and GitHub. So that is another topic aside this. So if you're looking to break into tech, I guess you can be able to relate to one of these 8 skills and you can be able to make choice from one of them. Okay, so for now, I think this is all I have for you. And if you enjoyed this video and if you followed me to the end of this video, I would appreciate if you give this video a thumbs up. And if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, I would appreciate if you can smash the subscription button below. I would really appreciate it. Okay, once again, if you're here for the first time, welcome back to my channel. And if you've been here before, welcome back. I think this is all I have for you. Stay cool and see you next time.